Hi folks, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to review the Dyson Airwrap complete set. I'm actually going to focus on the curling function, so if you're looking for a tutorial on any of the other brushes that come with the set, stay tuned because I will be doing another one soon. So I had a really hard time trying to find this guy, but I managed to stalk a couple websites and was able to find one. The price is pretty steep, but I'm going to tell you at the end if it's worth it. So what you get with the complete set is a dryer, which I think is a fantastic deal. You get a couple different flattening type brushes, so smoothing and flattening, straightening brushes, as well as a volumizing brush, and 4 different curling barrels. You've got 2 large ones, and then you have 2 smaller ones. I'm going to focus on the 2 smaller ones today for what we have to do. So I've already gone ahead and partially dried my hair. One of the things that you really need to focus on is making sure that you follow the instructions that come. So I've reviewed a lot of the YouTube tutorials on this product, and I've learned a lot from those tutorials. So thank you to those of you who have put out those videos. And I've also used this product a couple times myself. So what the plan is today is to give you some tips and tools on how you can use this product yourself. If you're pondering on whether or not to buy it, hopefully this will help as well. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started. One of the things that I've done is, and it's one of your first tips today, is kept one of the sides of my hair a little more damp than the other side. And the reason why I did that is because we are going to start curling on one side and then we'll move to the other side. So you wanna make sure the other side stays wet while you're doing the first side. So what I'm gonna do first is section off my hair into 2 halves. We'll get started on this half. It doesn't have to be exact. And then we're gonna pin up the side that we're not gonna work on right now. So we'll do that. It's gonna look super cute, don't worry. You're gonna love it. All right, so let's do this. And then what we will do on the side that we're gonna start working on is I'm going to try to section it off. As you can see, my hair is slightly curly and it's layered. So I try to go by layer. That's another tip that I think will help you if you have layered hair, is to make sure you go by layer. So I think we're gonna change the head on this now. So all we have to do is push the unlock button down, pull the dryer piece off, and put the proper barrel on. Now, one trick when you are first starting out is the barrels have arrows on them. The arrows indicate what way the airflow will be going. So if you want your curls to go away from your face, you have to use the proper barrel that will do that. I still, to this day, have a hard time. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put an L on the top of the one that goes on my left side and an R on the one that goes on my right side, so I can remember. So this is what I think I should do, is this one here, so I'm gonna put this one on. We're gonna give it a try. So the Dyson Airwrap has a couple different functions that I wanna highlight. It has a cool blast function. So the idea in the instructions is that you turn it on the hot function for 10 seconds and hold it on your hair, then give it a cool blast for 5 seconds. So that's where you'll find that feature. It also has a three settings to show the fan. I usually have the fan on high, and then you have 3 settings for the heat as well. I usually keep the heat at medium. I think it's fine for me. All right, folks, so let's get started. I'm gonna show you the first couple pieces. One of the other instructions they tell you to do is to hold on to your hair about a good 6 inches above the tip of your hair. So allow the Dyson Airwrap to do its thing by wrapping the hair around it for you. There you go. So we're gonna hold it. One of the things that I have found is I just kind of keep an eye on whether or not it's dry or not by touching it. It doesn't get hot like a curling iron does, nor like a hair dryer does. So you're able to actually touch it. When it feels pretty dry, do your cold air blast by pushing up that button. And then you turn it off and slide it off. Amazing. This product is really, really amazing. All right, let's do another piece. We'll do a couple pieces together, and then I'm gonna fast forward and and we'll cut in a few times and see if we can give you some other tips. All right, so I think these are looking good so far. So we're gonna fast forward now for a few minutes and we'll check back in shortly. Okay, so ready for our next section here. So we're going to pull another section down and then put this one up. So a couple things. When I did some sections that were a little too big, so what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a good section that isn't too thick. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time getting it to dry in the amount of time you need it to dry, and to get it to actually wrap around the barrel. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge for you. So you'll notice I actually had to redo a section more than once because I did pick a section that was too big, which isn't a big deal. You could always, it was actually still wet, so I didn't have to spray it with a spray bottle, which is another tip actually. Keep a little spray bottle next to where you're working in case your hair does get a little too dry. You can just give it a little spritz. But I didn't need to do that. It was still wet, so I just kept going. Another thing too is, and one tip that I would give Dyson actually, is to make their barrels a little longer, especially for people with long hair. Because what I'm finding is when I wrap my hair around it, sometimes, this is not one of those times, but if I use a slightly larger piece, a larger section, you'll see that the barrel doesn't quite allow your hair to, all of your hair to get wrapped around it. When that does happen though, I just take the section off and take a smaller section. Another tip for you too, sometimes the tips dry and the rest isn't dry and it's not wrapping around the barrel properly. Just shove your hair up a little bit to allow the section up here to really, the air coming out of that section to wrap the tip of your hair around. All right, so we're gonna fast forward again, try to finish this side quickly for you, and then we'll move on to the next side. All right, half is done. So I think so far, so good. Amazing curls, super healthy looking, bouncy. So far, amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go on the other side now and do the exact same thing. One thing we have to do first though is switch the barrel. So don't forget, you get two. You have to unlock, slide down to unlock, pull it off. By the way, this thing doesn't even get hot at all. It's amazing. And then put the other one on and get going on the other side. So we'll check back in when we're all done. Just about done here. overall, this has saved me about half of the amount of time I used to spend on doing my hair. So is it worth it? I think so. Is it expensive? Absolutely. And I can say that because this is not a sponsored video. It's not a sponsored review, so I had to pay for this out of my own pocket. But 100%, my hair is healthier. It is faster to do my hair, and there's no other way to buy time. So if we can find products that are more efficient and do a fantastic job, then I think it's a win. And the end product, I think, is pretty darn good. What do you think? Does it look good? Curly, bouncy, healthy looking? I'm gonna give this product, the Dyson Airwrap, a big thumbs up. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, found it useful, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. See you later.